Welcome to FYC Film Review, everyone. We are here to rush you some more content. Am I
Wow.
right?
Wow. You actually did it. That's good. That's
I
really
couldn't
good.
resist.
You are the pun king, my friend.
Yeah,
How's it going?
I tried.
How's it going?
It's going well. It's been a
All
punny
right.
day.
It's punny day. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's all right. All right. Um, I'm excited about this movie a little bit. So
Okay.
all
I gotta
right.
ask. We're doing Rushmore,
Yep.
1998, Wes Anderson. Are you
Mhm.
a Wes Anderson film or fan? I should say,
Fan.
not film.
I enjoy his movies,
Okay.
but I don't seek them out. How's
Okay.
that? I
Okay.
enjoy the films,
Fair.
but I don't seek them out.
Great. Okay. This was my first taste of Wes Anderson. And I remember this being the foray into like more of a sophisticated comedy. Like,
Yeah.
we grew up with all the slapstick stuff, all the Adam Sandler. This was the first movie I remember going to and like sitting in the theater and giggling about just the little jokes that he gets in, just the
Yeah.
nuance of the characters. And I became a big fan.
Yeah.
This was our first meeting of Mr. Jason Schwartzman, who we're just going to go jump into a fun fact right now, is cousin to Nicolas Cage, is
Mm.
related to Francis Ford Coppola.
Mhm.
He is of that family, and he is also the son of Yo Adrian herself.
Boom. Great fun fact. Great
Big,
fun fact.
big family of very successful people.
Yeah. And for everybody keeping score at home, this is actually our second movie with Jason Schwartzman. He's thinking, everybody. He's thinking. He's thinking.
It'll come to
He's
me.
thinking. It's
Now
coming. It's coming.
What are we?
Scott Pilgrim, my friend.
Oh, God.
Man.
Yeah, cue that music.
Ba-bum,
Yeah,
ba-bum.
that's horrible.
And our
God.
second Bill Murray movie, too.
Yes.
So, but our first Wes Anderson movie. And Wes Anderson is, for people who don't know who Wes Anderson is, he's a very creative director and he has his own style. And I actually commend that because when you see a Wes Anderson movie, you know it's him and he has his own style and he's stuck with it. So he is defined by his own style. And I actually appreciate that, which can't be said about a lot of other directors. So I really appreciate that about Wes Anderson. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think that he definitely is an acquired taste. Not everybody loves it, but your description, I think, serves it best. It's, some people seek it out and love it, some don't. And honestly, lately, I haven't really sought out his films either. They're not always necessarily what you need to see in theaters.
Right.
They're not technically some marvel of, cinema. They're almost like living plays, like he does a good job with set design and things like that, but they're simple stories. It's all about the characters. It's all about the ensemble cast. And he's really good at that. He's done a really good job. And he's even done a good job with it in animation. I don't know if you've seen Isle of Dogs, but I highly recommend it for people.
I have not.
It's very entertaining. All the jokes are going to fly over your kid's head. It's not for kids.
Yeah.
But it tells a great story. And who doesn't love dogs? Come on.
He's a good storyteller, a very good storyteller. His characters are great, and they have this really witty dialogue. And sometimes it can be funny, sometimes it's not funny, but he gets the point across really well. And I think the relationship between Bill Murray, or what's his name, Herman Bloom, and Bloom, and Max is just fantastic. They play off each other so well from the beginning, from where they actually develop a friendship, they get along, then they realize they're going after the same girl, then they hate each other, to the reconciliation at the end. It's pretty fantastic to see that relationship.
Yeah, it's a story of friendship. It's, he's an awkward kid, but so he befriends adults because he's a little more sophisticated than his high school counterparts, but he is eccentric, but yet still naive and young, and you see a lot of that in him going after the teacher, not getting why they can't be together.
It's eccentric. That's like the perfect word. And I keep forgetting that he's only 15 years old. He's only playing a 15-year-old kid in this movie,
right?
But he's so just eccentric for his age that it almost, you want to punch him in the face so many times. Then you realize, wait a minute, he's just a kid. He's just a kid. He's only 15. And so I appreciated that about Max, Jason Schwartzman. So really good character.
He plays it really well. I mean, for being his first movie, I mean, to carry this, I thought did a great job. I mean, you're playing against Bill Murray, like
Yeah.
comedy legend. Like that's not easy, and he does it so well. I still laugh at the dinner scene when he's drunk and he's going after Luke Wilson,
Yeah.
who shows up to the dinner scene in the OR scrubs, and he tells them that they're OR scrubs, and he just delivers a stupid line. It's so stupid, but it
It's pretty
still makes
stupid.
me giggle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
He's drinking. He's drinking at 15 because Herman
right.
buys him is buying him
Yes.
drinks at age 15.
That's why you befriend rich people. They'll let
Yeah.
you do whatever.
It's really fun to see that all his friends are much younger than him. Like his best friend Dirk
Hmm.
something. He's probably like 11, 11 or 12.
Sure.
Most of the kids around him are much younger than him. So
Hmm.
it's a funny scene.
It's funny because I didn't bump into it like we did in Gremlins, where I'm like, why is this, older kid hanging out with these younger kids? Because
Yeah,
obviously you get reminded quite often he's only 15, but
right.
he's so much more sophisticated and eccentric and knowledgeable with things that he comes off a lot older, and that's why he's befriending all these adults. But
One of the funniest scenes for me in this movie was when Herman actually runs over Max's bike, and he actually he runs over the bike, and then he chains it back on to the
yeah,
bicycle fence. I thought that was a good part. For me, that was one of the funniest scenes from the whole movie. Really good.
I if I had a chance to ask Wes about this movie, I think I would want to know about the kid that pops up in like every scene that doesn't have any lines. It's just a little kid. He's the kid in the pool when he's
Yeah.
thrown. He's just like in these scenes and gets like, sometimes a person moves him, like, he's just like sitting, he's just always there and always in it. I don't know why.
It's
Like,
okay. Maybe we're not supposed to know why, and that's why it works.
I need to know.
I don't think we need to know. So that's movie's fine. You don't need to know.
Okay, fine,
You don't
fine.
need to know. What's the character's name? The main gal's name? Rosemary. I forget. Rosemary, the teacher that he falls in love
Yes.
with.
Mhm.
She's pretty good too. I don't remember.
Yes.
I don't remember seeing her a lot in the 90s, but she's a pretty good actress.
Yeah, I feel like she popped up in this and then The Sixth Sense, and then I don't know where she went again after that.
She was the wife in
No
Sixth
way.
Sense, and that's why we're friends. Good job, buddy.
Thank you, thank you.
Good.
But to your point, she is Olivia Colman. No, it's not Olivia Colman. That's a different actress. Anyhow, she was fantastic in this too.
She was pretty good. Yeah. But Bill Murray and Max, great relationship. I really love the third act better than the first and the second act. I love when they're reconciled at the end. That to me showed the heart of this movie. And I think Wes Anderson does a really great job of showing that.
Dem kind of the reconciliation of
Yep.
their friendship and
Yep.
how he kind of helps. Yes, Rosemary,
Yeah.
Olivia Williams. I was missing her name, but
Okay.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah, it works to get them, back together. Using the same idea to use the aquarium.
Yeah. Yeah. It's cute because you go through this whole movie of just quirkiness and you don't know where it's going. But then at the end, there's heart. It kind of reminds me of like a really toned down Fairly Brothers movie where so much stuff happens and it's hilarious. But at the end, there's heart, at least in the early movies with Fairly Brothers. And then this one, I really like the heart. And then, he was always talking that his dad was a surgeon. His dad wasn't a surgeon. He was just a barber. And at the end, he kind of tells everybody, hey, my dad's a barber. This is my dad, the barber. And you see the transformation that Max goes through. So it's really neat.
Mhm.
I liked it. I really liked the ending. But that's why that did it for me, the ending.
Love it. Yeah, the school play that he puts on, just in Vietnam,
Yeah.
and handing out goggles to everybody. That's
Didn't he look like Tom Cruise? I feel like
yes,
he looked like
yes,
Tom Cruise in that.
100%. And I
Yeah.
almost thought, like, were they trying to? Wasn't Tom Cruise in a Fourth of July? But
Born on the 4th of
yeah,
July. Yeah.
yeah, he definitely does a lot from that
Yeah.
side shot. I thought that's what they maybe were going for, but I just love the aspect of him writing plays, and I wonder if there's a little Wes Anderson in this character,
Yeah.
maybe from his high school days. But for me, this still is one of my favorite Wes Anderson films.
Okay.
I still enjoy it. I still turn it back on more than any of the other ones, and it's just fun.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. I totally agree. It's a good one. Fun fact: Owen Wilson was a writer on this movie. And that's not
Oh,
the fun. That's not the fun fact though. But Owen Wilson was a writer on this movie. The fun fact was there's a shot of Rosemary, the main gal, and she's sitting in her bedroom, and her husband's dead. She tells everybody that her husband's dead throughout the movie, and she's got pictures of her husband on the wall, and that person is actually Owen Wilson. It's Owen Wilson's picture on there.
oh,
Yeah,
I did not catch the pictures.
yeah.
That's
Owen Wilson.
wow.
Wow. Wow. Owen Wilson's
That's
best movie. What's Owen Wilson's best movie? Go.
Armageddon.
Armageddon. Okay,
Yeah,
sure.
100%.
Really? Armageddon?
Yeah, tune in. That was our very first episode. You guys should watch that.
That's a really rough episode, though. People,
Yeah.
before, don't judge us on our first episode. Just don't judge us at all. How about we rate it? You want to rate it?
Let's rate it. Let's rate it.
do it. What are we rating it?
Max was a big fan of creating clubs, so we're gonna go
Clubs.
with school clubs. How many clubs are you gonna give Rushmore?
Ooh, one club being really bad and 5 clubs just being great.
Top
Everybody.
notch.
All right. You want me to go first? You want to
You're
go
going
first?
first.
Okay. All right. Rushmore. Everybody wants to go to Rushmore. I actually like this movie. I don't think it's a great movie, but I found myself smiling and chuckling here and there. Again, I like the third act of the movie the best, where everybody reconciles. And I think Jason Schwartzman and Bill Murray, their characters, the chemistry that they had, the good and the bad, was fantastic. Bill Murray is amazing in anything he does, pretty much. So I'm gonna go with a 3. 3 clubs. three clubs for me. Again, I don't seek out Wes Anderson's movies, but when I do see them, I tend to enjoy them. They're not like, oh, I got to see them, but they're good films, and I do recommend this movie. It's a 1998.
Yeah, and the thing I appreciate about his films is they're kind of timeless. There's not a lot to this movie in the sense that like you're like, oh, this is kind of dated.
Yeah.
Because Jason Schwartzman is so good, I became such a huge fan of him afterwards. I mean, his musical career and everything like that. He hit a home run with this performance. And Bill Murray, this is probably one of my favorite Bill Murray movies.
Wow.
And for that reason, like, it is. I like his character so much. I like how shitty he is,
Yeah, he's
how
good.
despair, of life he had. I just all about that, and all the transformation at the end makes this so sweet to me. And 4, yeah,
Wow.
it's 4
Okay.
clubs for me.
Wow, 4 clubs. Strong. Force is strong on this one with you.
It is. It holds a near and dear place in my heart.
Okay. 3 for me and 4 for you. Hey, that's good. I think we can recommend this movie to everybody.
I think people should check it out. Even if you don't like a Wes Anderson film, like you said, the running time is short, sweet, it's to the point, and there's good performances. You'll be laughing. It's worth the watch.
Agreed. Completely agreed. Cool.
That wraps it up for this week, folks. Make sure you like and subscribe. We appreciate you checking out FYC Film Review. I've been your host, Gagne. With me, as always, is the Null Dog. We'll catch you next time.
See you later, everybody. Have a good one.